atrapado en las sombras. Aguarda, aguarda. Del lodo crecen las flores más altas, más altas. Si baten contra los muros las aguas, de la grita nace la duda más sabia. Y quizá hayas andado el camino ya. Cuando mires atrás, estás atrapado en las sombras. Aguarda, aguarda. Del lodo crecen las flores más altas, más altas. Si estás atrapado en las sombras, avanza, avanza. Pronto te darás cuenta de todo, de nada.
En cuanto puedas. Camina a Galicia.
Welcome to a land of short distances and long trails, within a few hours from the Mediterranean waves and the peaks of the Pyrenees, the rice of the Delta, the anchovies of La Scala, or the mountains of Prades, of the lush Montseny. Welcome to a small land to travel across, but great to discover. Made of water, wind, fire and snow. Of age-old stones and landscapes to wonder. Trails where time stops and so many other spots to discover. The pleasure of taking the longest path and sneak into a secondary road. Look around you with fresh eyes. Valleys, mountains, rivers and fields. Bell towers and cellars, orchards and dry farms. Taste the most admired gastronomy, smell the colourful fruit trees. Admire a heritage cherished throughout centuries and traditions that cross generations. Welcome to a great adventure next to home. Welcome to a journey full of journeys. Welcome to the Grand Tour of Catalonia.
Spain is warm because of its great climate and because of its privileged geographical location. Diverse because of the variety of its scenery, of its people, and of its culture. Historical, and it conserves the legacy of important civilizations which have left their mark. Joyful and passionate. Open and welcoming for everyone who visits us. Spain is art. The cradle of world-famous artists and museums. Innovative and sustainable. Promoting innovative models and solutions for sustainable development. Hospitable. With a range of hotels internationally recognized for their quality. Connected. A country connected to the world by land, air, and sea. With a modern rail network with 3,500 kilometers of high-speed rail and 292 marinas around the country. A country for enjoying unforgettable experiences. Spain is what you deserve.
las aguas. De la grita nace la duda más sabia. Y quizá hayas andado el camino ya. Cuando mires atrás, estás atrapado en las sombras. Aguarda, aguarda. De lodo crecen las flores más altas, más altas. Si estás atrapado en las sombras, avanza, avanza. Pronto te darás cuenta de todo, de nada.
En cuanto puedas. Camina a Galicia.
Welcome to a land of short distances and long trails, within a few hours from the Mediterranean waves and the peaks of the Pyrenees, the rice of the Delta, the anchovies of La Scala, or the mountains of Prades, of the lush Montseny. Welcome to a small land to travel across, but great to discover. Made of water, wind, fire and snow. Of age-old stones and landscapes to wonder. Trails where time stops and so many other spots to discover. The pleasure of taking the longest path and sneak into a secondary road. Look around you with fresh eyes. Valleys, mountains, rivers and fields. Bell towers and cellars, orchards and dry farms. Taste the most admired gastronomy, smell the colourful fruit trees. Admire a heritage cherished throughout centuries and traditions that cross generations. Welcome to a great adventure next to home. Welcome to a journey full of journeys. Welcome to the Grand Tour of Catalonia.
Spain is warm because of its great climate and because of its privileged geographical location. Diverse because of the variety of its scenery, of its people, and of its culture. Historical, and it conserves the legacy of important civilizations which have left their mark. Joyful and passionate. Open and welcoming for everyone who visits us. Spain is art. The cradle of world-famous artists and museums. Innovative and sustainable. Promoting innovative models and solutions for sustainable development. Hospitable. With a range of hotels internationally recognized for their quality. Connected. A country connected to the world by land, air, and sea. With a modern rail network with 3,500 kilometers of high-speed rail and 292 marinas around the country. A country for enjoying unforgettable experiences. Spain is what you deserve.
Si te encuentras frente al silencio, pronto te darás cuenta de todo, de todo. aguas. De la grita nace la duda más sabia. Y quizá hayas andado el camino ya. Cuando mires atrás, estás atrapado en las sombras. Aguarda, aguarda. De lodo crecen las flores más altas, más altas. Si estás atrapado en las sombras, avanza, avanza. Pronto te darás cuenta de todo, de nada.
En cuanto puedas. Camina a Galicia.
Welcome to a land of short distances and long trails, within a few hours from the Mediterranean waves and the peaks of the Pyrenees, the rice of the Delta, the anchovies of La Scala, or the mountains of Prades, of the lush Montseny. Welcome to a small land to travel across, but great to discover. Made of water, wind, fire and snow. Of age-old stones and landscapes to wonder. Trails where time stops and so many other spots to discover. The pleasure of taking the longest path and sneak into a secondary road. Look around you with fresh eyes. Valleys, mountains, rivers and fields. Bell towers and cellars, orchards and dry farms. Taste the most admired gastronomy, smell the colourful fruit trees. Admire a heritage cherished throughout centuries and traditions that cross generations. Welcome to a great adventure next to home. Welcome to a journey full of journeys. Welcome to the Grand Tour of Catalonia.
Spain is warm because of its great climate and because of its privileged geographical location. Diverse because of the variety of its scenery, of its people, and of its culture. Historical, and it conserves the legacy of important civilizations which have left their mark. Joyful and passionate. Open and welcoming for everyone who visits us. Spain is art. The cradle of world-famous artists and museums. Innovative and sustainable. Promoting innovative models and solutions for sustainable development. Hospitable. With a range of hotels internationally recognized for their quality. Connected. A country connected to the world by land, air, and sea. With a modern rail network with 3,500 kilometers of high-speed rail and 292 marinas around the country. A country for enjoying unforgettable experiences. Spain is what you deserve.
Si te encuentras frente al silencio, pronto te darás cuenta de todo, de las aguas. De la grieta nace la duda más sabia. Y quizá hayas andado el camino ya. Cuando mires atrás, estás atrapado en las sombras. Aguarda, aguarda. Del lodo crecen las flores más altas, más altas. Si estás atrapado en las sombras, avanza, avanza. Pronto te darás cuenta de todo, de nada.
En cuanto puedas. Camina a Galicia.
Welcome to a land of short distances and long trails, within a few hours from the Mediterranean waves and the peaks of the Pyrenees, the rice of the Delta, the anchovies of La Scala, or the mountains of Prades, of the lush Montseny. Welcome to a small land to travel across, but great to discover. Made of water, wind, fire and snow. Of age-old stones and landscapes to wonder. Trails where time stops and so many other spots to discover. The pleasure of taking the longest path and sneak into a secondary road. Look around you with fresh eyes. Valleys, mountains, rivers and fields. Bell towers and cellars, orchards and dry farms. Taste the most admired gastronomy, smell the colourful fruit trees. Admire a heritage cherished throughout centuries and traditions that cross generations. Welcome to a great adventure next to home. Welcome to a journey full of journeys. Welcome to the Grand Tour of Catalonia.
Spain is warm because of its great climate and because of its privileged geographical location. Diverse because of the variety of its scenery, of its people, and of its culture. Historical, and it conserves the legacy of important civilizations which have left their mark. Joyful and passionate. Open and welcoming for everyone who visits us. Spain is art. The cradle of world-famous artists and museums. Innovative and sustainable. Promoting innovative models and solutions for sustainable development. Hospitable. With a range of hotels internationally recognized for their quality. Connected. A country connected to the world by land, air, and sea. With a modern rail network with 3,500 kilometers of high-speed rail and 292 marinas around the country. A country for enjoying unforgettable experiences. Spain is what you deserve.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to our webinar series about Spain. If you are joining us for the first time, let me introduce myself. I am Mónica Sánchez. I am director of the Spain Tourism Board for Southeast Asia, as well as tourism counselor at the embassies of Spain of the 7 countries attending this workshop, and I am based in Singapore. You probably already know that the office team, Chet Ramos and Bien Cortés. Bien is with us and she will be closing this webinar. We are really excited because it seems that Southeast Asia is beginning to open to international travel, and we are more than ready for this to happen. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation, and I invite you to be with us also on our last webinar on December 16th, when we will be shopping, Christmas shopping. We will stay in some of the best hotel chains in Spain, and also enjoying the Christmas lights in the city of Madrid. As you remember, the ones that were with us in our first webinar, we traveled to Andalusia in the south of Spain. Last month, we traveled north with the St. James Way, as well as to the northeast Catalonia. We have been reminded of that with the videos that we have just seen. And we also introduce you to an online platform with all the information you need to prepare a Muslim-friendly trip to Spain. So today, we are also traveling all over the map of Spain again, and we are joining us from Spain, where it's now 8:05 in the morning. Are Máximo Caletrio in Valencia, Nuria Bua in Galicia, and Verónica Sanz also in Valencia. Thank you, gracias all for being here. And I'm going to start with the most boring part of this webinar, which is the requirements to travel to Spain. Okay, there we go. So, I think I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Spain is probably one of the easiest countries to travel to and to move around right now, not only because of the clear rules about entry requirements, but also because once you are in Spain, there's no need to show proof of vaccination at any restaurant, museum, or tourism facility. Spain has also adopted safety protocols and health measures so your clients can relax and enjoy their vacation. In addition, the vaccination process in Spain is really advanced, with 80% of the total population already vaccinated. In fact, we are already with the 3rd dose, with the reinforced dose. And some regions in Spain provide COVID insurance or coverage to international travelers in the unlikely case that they get sick with COVID while in Spain. Some of these regions are Andalusia, Murcia, Galicia, the Balearic Island, and the Canary Island. And also, as in every webinar, I'm going to say that what I am saying right now, I mean, it goes is good until November 14th, this Sunday, because Spain updates the list of countries allowed to travel for tourism reasons every 7 days. So, you know, you have to keep checking what are the requirements to enter Spain. But as of today, and at least until Sunday, there's only 1 or 2 requirements to enter Spain, depending on the country you are coming from. Now, the first requirement, and this is for every single traveler coming by air, does not matter where they are coming from, is the health control form. You can find the form online, or you can download the app, and you have to fill it up within 48 hours before you arrive in Spain. You will be given a QR code, and that's what you have to present when boarding the plane and arrival. Now, let me show you also where to find the health control form on the website, because in this website, you also have very interesting information and useful information. So when you go, you know, here, where I have put this circle, SPTA.gov.es, you go to airplane because your passengers are going to arrive by air, and you just click continue, and that will take you, you know, to the form. It can be an individual form or a family group form. If you scroll down, you will see the requirements for entering Spain from 3rd countries. This is where you have all the information about entry to Spain and the most frequent questions that you might have. If you click there, you have the option to go to the map. So you can see the requirements from your country. When you click in there, you can search your country by alphabetical order or click it in the map. If we go alphabetic, you click in your country. If you click in the map, it will come up, like, let me show you. I click here, for example, Indonesia, and these are the requirements. So what are the requirements? Health control form, the certificate or document that proving that you are vaccinated, and there's no such a requirement for kids under 12 years old. Why? Because as I said, the first requirement is the health control form. This is more information that you can find in the website. And the second requirement, and this requirement is good for all the countries that are here, except for Singapore. Singapore, as of today, only requires the health control form, but the rest of the countries, and as of today, they need to be vaccinated and they need to present a vaccination certificate. This vaccination certificate has to be provided by the competent authority in the country, and the vaccines accepted are the ones approved by the European Medicine Agency and the World Health Organization. And these vaccines, you have them there in the right of your screen, but include also, this is very important, Sinovac and Sinopharm. Now, also remember that fully vaccinated means that the vaccination has to be completed at least 14 days before the departure date. When you are in Spain, the only safety equipment that you are going to need is a mask, and only when you are indoors on a public transportation. If you are outdoors and you can be 1.5 meters away from the next next person, you can keep your mask off. All this information is in our website, and you can access our website directly, travelsafe.spain.info, or you can also go to our main website, Spain.info. You have it here, and then here on the left, you click in the Travel Safe requirement. I'm not going to go through it today. You can play around with it, as I always say. But as I always say also, these recommendations are good not only for traveling to Spain, but for traveling in general. So we encourage you to send them to your clients regardless of the country they are traveling to. And also a little reminder that the requirements I have just talked about, the vaccination certificate and the health control form, are requirements, are COVID requirements, and they are independent from the visa requirements. Those visa requirements are the same as before. They have not changed. So if your clients needed a visa to travel to Spain before COVID, they still require a visa now, plus the COVID requirements. And you can check all the information regarding visas at the DLS center in your country or the consulate of Spain. Now, once this information is out of the way, let me tell you, where are we going to be traveling today? We are going to go first to Valencia, a Mediterranean city, well known from its history, its state-of-the-art architecture, but also because of its festivity, Las Fallas, that are very well known, and especially the paella. Then we will take a stroll around El Pazo de Rubianes, very close to Santiago de Compostela. Pazo de Rubianes is a winery, a winter garden, a 15th century palace, and in fact, it's a beautiful place to relax and just enjoy life. And finally, we will learn about our high-speed train, the AVE, which is the most convenient, easy, fast, and sustainable way to move around Spain and enjoy up to 33 cities. At the 33 cities, this, so you can visualize them in the map of Spain. So I hope the information in this webinar today is useful. As I said before, our job is to support you and assist you. So please contact us if you have any requests or suggestions. I will be here behind my computer to answer any questions you might have. And Jen Cortez will be closing the webinar. And I really hope to meet you in person next year. So I give the floor now to Kathy Lupisan for some information about today's webinar. Thank you.
Thank you. Muchas gracias, Monica. So everybody can see my screen, right? So good afternoon, dear agents, and good morning to our presenters from Spain. Together with Ms. Monica, I will be your co-host today in behalf of my colleague, Mr. Tim Dyer. So welcome to our third installment of our Spain webinar series, where Spain comes alive with unique experiences. So just quickly, I will give you the rundown and some courtesy reminders. Okay. So for today, our presenters will be, well, our main host for today are our esteemed guest from Spain Tourism, which is Ms. Monica Sanchez and Ms. Bien Cortez. And then we have presenters from Valencia Tourism Office, Mr. Maximo Caletrio. And then we will also have a winery tour today. Ms. Nuria Bua will take us to Paso de Rubianes. And of course, Ms. Veronica Sanchez will show us the connections and the network of AVE Spain Rail. And then also I will be giving you later some recommended itineraries featuring the sites today, as well as conducting some polls and prize quizzes will also be done today. So just quick reminders for your questions. Please add them in the question Q&A box, not in the chat box, so we can directly answer you there. And then also we will be doing our polls later, so we know on how to further assist you in promoting Spain. Please, I hope you participate on this. And then of course, full materials will be emailed to you after the show. So what are our prizes for today for the quiz prizes? We have 2 gift vouchers worth 50 euro in your local currency that will be redeemable to your local shopping websites. But our grand prize for today, thank you to Maximo for giving us this grand prize of 2 Valencia tourist cards for 72 hours, including your free transport or over Valencia, free admission to all municipal museums and monuments, as well as up to 35% discounts on attractions, and of course, last but not the least, free tapas, drinks, and your tourist map. Aside from this, you will also get 2 VIP tickets for the Valencia Bus Touristic Hop-on, Hop-off bus. So, why we recommend Spain as your first choice, as you have heard Monica, amongst all the destinations right now, they have the clearest protocols and the most hassle-free, I should say, on COVID requirements and entry requirements. So aside from that, when you are there, you definitely can taste and feel and be a part of the destination. So now we are beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? We have bookings now starting. We have requests now starting to book. So let's continue to tread along and continue to dream to travel, because the show must go on. So that's it for me. But before I pass you on to Mr. Maximo, let me just quickly share with you this poll. I will launch it now. So first question we'd like to ask from you is, are you receiving customer requests for travel itineraries to Spain for 2021 and 2022? Yes, already, huh? Are about 75% already saying yes. Let me just wait for the rest to answer. That's about 67-68% already saying they've already started. That's a very good indication indeed. Very good indication. Please, if you have inquiries whatsoever, we are here for you, and we'll be happy to assist you. So that's our first poll for today. I would now like to introduce you to Mr. Maximo, who will present to us the beautiful Valencia. Maximo?
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning from Spain. Let me see if I can share PowerPoint. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So first of all, I would like to thank the Spanish Tourist Office of Spain for Southeast Asia and Mickey Travel for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today presenting Valencia. So let's move to the presentation and let's see some reasons to visit Valencia. But first of all, in order to visit Valencia, we need to know where it is. So here it is. Valencia is the third largest capital city in Spain. It is located at the east coast of the country by the Mediterranean Sea. We have a population of nearly 800,000 inhabitants and about 1.5 million, including all the metropolitan area. We have excellent communications by air with the Valencia International Airport, which is located just 8 kilometers far from the city center. And we have got today more than 50 international air connections with the major European cities. We also have excellent communications by train with the AVE, the high-speed train that connects Madrid with Valencia in just 90 minutes. What else is Valencia offering? In Valencia, we have more than 2,000 years of history. The city was founded by the Romans in the year 138 before Christ. And its historic center is one of the largest in Europe. These are, for example, the Serranos Towers, the Serranos Gate, one of the main gates of the ancient city. This is the Virgin Squares, Plaza de la Virgen, okay, one of the most visited areas in the city by locals and tourists. Obviously, these pictures are taken before the COVID, so we will see a lot of people around with no mask, no keeping social distance. Obviously, this was prior to the COVID. What else can we see at the historical site? The Cathedral of Valencia. The Cathedral of Valencia has a lot of treasures and a lot of things to visit on it. The building was built between the 13th and 15th centuries, but it's mainly Gothic style. And if you visit this is another picture of the cathedral. And if you visit the interior of the cathedral, you will discover the chapel of the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is one of the most admired and acclaimed relics by the Catholic Church, and it has been kept here since 1437. Let me show you a video about the Holy Grail. With this video, I have to tell you that we have got 2 international awards: International Tourism Film Festival of Turkey and International Tourism Film Festival of Africa. I hope you enjoy it. Please, Kathy, can we see video number 1? Thanks.
I have returned to tell you that I was wrong. The most sought-after object in history could never have been made of wood. I will show you a cup carved by hand from precious stone more than 2,000 years ago, and the mystery of its little scar, its journey from Jerusalem to Rome and finally to Spain, which you will trace on a route full of adventures. You will discover a Renaissance painting of the Last Supper and a detail that you will never forget. You will learn about a symbol that has united cultures and that 2 popes showed to the world. You will learn why it was guarded for centuries under an immense rock until it finally reached the city that dominated the Mediterranean. You will learn the story of the kings who desired it the most and of anonymous heroes who risked their lives for it. I will translate its enigmatic inscription in Arabic and Hebrew. And all the details will finally fit together. I have come to Valencia so that you may discover the real Holy Grail.
Okay. All right, so as you can see, archaeological, documental, and historical data on the journey made by this relic to the Cathedral of Valencia indicate that this is the vessel used by Jesus Christ at the Last Supper. And 2 popes, John Paul II and Benedict XVI, officiated masses with this cup when they came to Valencia in 1982 and 2006. What else is Valencia offering? We have first-class cultural offer. We have up to 40 museums and cultural centers, up to 22 theaters, 1 music hall, and an opera house that I will show you later. For instance, this is St. Pio V. It is our fine arts museum. After El Prado Museum in Madrid, probably you know it. This is the most famous fine arts museum in Spain. After El Prado, this is the second largest fine arts museum in Spain, with paintings from the 15th to the 19th centuries. And where you can enjoy paintings from Francisco de Goya, Diego Velázquez, or Joaquín Sorolla, or 3 of the most important and famous Spanish painters. This is another must-see at the historical town, St. Nicholas Church. It is a Gothic building, but with Baroque decoration. It is what locals call Valencia's Sixtine Chapel. As you can see, it's very similar to the Sixtine Chapel in Rome, because all the walls and ceilings of the church are painted with beautiful, beautiful frescoes. And it's something spectacular. We also have World Heritage Sites declared by the UNESCO, like, for instance, La Lonja, the former silk exchange market. It was declared as a World Heritage Site in 1996, and is one of the best examples of civil Gothic style. We also have, obviously, our famous festivals, Las Fallas, that were also declared as an intangible heritage since 2016, sorry. And these are our most famous festivals, I was saying, that take place every year from the 15th to the 19th of March. Las Fallas are these big monuments made of wood and papier-mâché that we raise in every crossroads in the city. We have more than 750 fallas around the city. And during the festivals, during these 4 days, you can enjoy fireworks in the morning, also at night. Locals like to dress with the typical costumes, which are made of silk. They're really, really beautiful. All around the city, you can also enjoy a lot of music and folklore dancings on the streets. And on the 19th of March, which is our Patron's Day, St. Joseph's Day, we burn all these monuments with Las Fallas burning, which is we make a very big fiesta, and we burn all these monuments, which is something also spectacular. And that's the end of the festival. But in order for you to know what is Las Fallas all about, I think it's better if you see this video about the festival, so that you can understand it better. So remember, this is our local festival, and you are invited to come because we have it every year, obviously, from the 15th to the 19th of March. What else do we have in Valencia? Not only history, not only tradition, but we also have a lot of modernity. This is the best example with the City of Art and Sciences, huge complex designed by the local architect Santiago Calatrava. This complex is made up of different buildings. For instance, the Hemispheric, which is the only building in Spain where you can enjoy 3 different audiovisual shows. Palau de les Arts, so the Opera House. It is an outstanding building, the largest actually in the complex, which is used for theater, dancing, and opera representations. The Science Museum. This is a huge museum dedicated to science, and it is one of the most visited, well, not one of the most, I mean, it is the most visited museum in the country, in the city, sorry, with receives more than 1 million visitors per year. The Oceanographic, this is the largest marine park in Europe, with more than 45,000 animals of more than 500 different species. So in this park, you can visit animals, or you can see animals from all the oceans and seas of the planet. What else do we have in Valencia? We have excellent gastronomy. Obviously, we enjoy our Mediterranean diet. And the most important dish, this is our traditional paella. Okay, paella has become a national dish, but only few people know that paella comes from Valencia. So Valencia is the home of paella. So if you come to Valencia, it is a must. You cannot leave the city without having tasted a real authentic Valencian paella. Of course, if you like gastronomy, a must visit you have to pay to the city is the visit to the Valencia Central Market. This is one of the most important fresh food markets in Europe, with an extension of 8,000 square meters. And it's really, really beautiful, and a lot of people like to buy local products. Let me close this section with a new video about our gastronomy.
Realize it feels so good just to be alive. Time's a gift, my time is free. I can spend it on you, you can spend it on me. I can say you'll be blown away by the change you see me. And I feel alright, dance all night, put a little flavor in my life. I put the good stuff in. I put the good stuff in, yeah, yeah. I put the good stuff in, yeah, yeah. The good stuff in every day.
Okay. So we also have shopping. Obviously, in the city, we have different shopping areas and shopping malls. A lot of nature also in the city. We have a lot of gardens and green parks around the city. This is one of the most important zoos in the world. It is considered one of the top 10 zoos in the world. It is the Biopark Valencia. It has been designed with what they call the zoo immersion concept, so that visitors can enter into the park and visit like if they were doing a little safari around the park and visiting the animals on a very close distance, because visitors don't see the barriers that they have between them and the animals. So, and as you can see in these pictures, animals are living like in semi-freedom, different species mixed together. Okay, like if they were living in a little piece of Africa. And as you can see also here, the close distance between the visitors and the animals.
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah?
I think you need to share your screen.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were, sorry about that. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I will go back. Okay, here. I was talking about this section about the nature and the green parks and the green areas that we have around the city. At the beginning of what we call the Turia Gardens, we can find the Biopark Valencia, which is one of the top 10 zoos in the world. This park has been designed with a zoo immersion concept, so that when visitors get into the park, they don't see any barriers between the animals and the visitors. So you can see the animals on a very close distance. Okay. You can also see here how close they are. And animals are living like in a semi-freedom area where they can live all together, like in a little piece of Africa. We also, you can also find the Albufera Natural Park, which is 12 kilometers far from the city center. And it is a beautiful area, especially for those who like bird watching. Around the city, you can also enjoy up to 160 kilometers of bike tracks. The advantage of Valencia, it's a very flat city. So it is very easy to move around with a bike. Because we have a lot of bike tracks, as I said, all around the city, using all these red lines. So you can visit any part of the city by bike. So it is really very comfortable. And also you can also enjoy our climate, which is great and very sunny all around the year. We are a Mediterranean city. Okay, we are by the beach. You can get all these beautiful beaches just 4 kilometers far from the city center. Okay, we have the advantage of Valencia, as I was telling you before, is that we have a beautiful climate. We have an annual average temperature of 19 Celsius degrees and more than 300 days of sunshine per year. So if you come to Valencia and it is raining, you are very unlucky. Okay, so let me finish my presentation with this video just to wrap up all the things and the experiences and the visits you can get in Valencia. Hope you enjoy it.
You still dream about when we were young and the world was our playground to claim. Everything seemed like a new gift just waiting for us to share. Do you still dream that we're falling in love for the first time again and again? Walking on clouds with the sun in our pockets without a care. Open my eyes and I see you. You're there by my side all along. Do you still dream of the things that we've done and the things that we'll do up ahead? We're one in a billion, but still we're together by chance or fate.
Okay, so that was all. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. And here you have my contact data. Any question, any doubt about Valencia, any information, feel free to contact me or through the Spanish tourist office in Singapore or Mickey. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation of Valencia, Maximo. You're making us really want to go now, and especially drooling over the photos of paella, of the paella. But before we proceed to our next presenter, I would just like to quickly give you another poll, please. There it goes. We'd like to ask you if you are clear about the entry requirements for your customers or your home nationality to enter Spain. So far, we have more people that it seems to be clear to them, but of course, we also have others that are saying that they need more information on the entry requirements. Okay. All right. So we have just waiting for the rest to answer. So we have about more than 60% who says yes, but we have 2 people who says no, or 3. Do contact us or Miss Monica in the Spain Tourism. What more info you need from us. So I'm ending this poll now. Let me also go quickly over the Q&A chat box, because we have somebody asking with regards to vaccination, is there any guidelines regarding the validity of the vaccine? Ms. Monica, I believe she is asking do you think there is a tendency that Spain will also be requiring the booster shots or the 3rd vaccine?
Yeah, I think maybe he's referring because there are some European countries that have said that the vaccine is going to be valid only for a year or for a certain amount of months. As of today, in Spain, they haven't set a time, a caducity, caducity? I don't know, the validity. There's no expiration date in the certification, but as with everything that has to do with COVID, the things are very fluid, move very fast. So if, these things can change in 3 or 4 months. We have, as I said, several European countries that have set a validity. I think Austria, Croatia, I don't know if Switzerland, they have already an expiration date for the certificates. In Spain, not yet, but if anybody is going to be traveling in several months, let's say next year, just keep an eye on it. It might not change, but just keep an eye on it, because as we find out more things about how long the vaccination lasts and so on, it might change. If in any case, any doubt, contact us and we will let you know.
All right.
But as of today, no expiration date to enter Spain.
That's good to know. That's good to know, because mine is going to expire soon as well. Anyway, I have one more question for you guys regarding Valencia. You can see it in your screen. We'd like to ask, will you be adding Valencia to your itineraries in 2021 and 2022? Wow, we have, this is very good news for you, Maximo. You better be ready to welcome everyone. So we have 83% saying they are going to be adding Valencia. Don't you want guys to have the best, the most famous dish in Spain, in Valencia, the paella? And also me, I would like to see the Holy Grail. So as soon as the 21 days quarantine in Hong Kong is over. Okay, so yes, we have 84 or 82% willing to add Valencia to their itineraries. Now.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much, Maximo. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
So,
thank you, Kathy.
To our next presenter for today, we have Miss Nuria Cochon of Paso de Rubianes, who is now giving us a virtual tour of the winery, of this very beautiful winery. But before she starts, let me play a quick and short video of the property Paso de Rubianes.
So good afternoon. My name is Nuria, and I'm the head of tourism at Paso de Rubianes. And now I'm going to try to make you a summary of what Paso de Rubianes is. We are located in Galicia, in the northwest of Spain, about 50 kilometers south of Santiago de Compostela. Paso de Rubianes is a sustainable conservation project. And when we talk about Paso de Rubianes, we are talking about history, botany, and Albarino wine. We highlight the manor house. I will show it to you. One moment, please. This is the manor house, and here in Galicia, these constructions are known as pazo. They work as small palaces, and this manor house especially has been founded in 1411. So it has more than 600 years of history. It is the best preserved private manor house in Galicia. Okay. On the other hand, we have an immense and beautiful botanical garden of international excellence. I will show you a bit of our garden. Yes. And we are included in the Camellia route. It's a route that runs along the Galician coast. Here you can see some camellia trees, yes. This route runs along the Galician coast and has a very long flowering along the year here. It blooms from October to May, and we have in our farm more than 800 varieties and more than 4,500 camellia trees on our 70 hectares farm. Here you can see an important collection of our camellia trees. Yes. Okay. Now we will see the vineyard, because here we make Albarino wine, and Albarino wine is a white wine, and our vineyard has an extension of about 25 hectares. So this vineyard is the biggest in the Salnés area. This area is located in the south of Galicia. Okay, I will show you the vineyard. Okay, this is a small part of our 25 hectares vineyard extension. So attention, because one of our Albarino wines has been awarded this year as the best white wine in Galicia. We do guided tours every day of the year, and our visitors really enjoy visiting the manor house, the gardens, the vineyard, and ending with the tasting of a good Albarino wine. The guided tours last approximately 2 hours, and the price of the guided tour, sorry, is 16 euros per person. We elaborate here in Paso de Rubianes 3 wines. They are 3 Albarino wines. They are the same variety of wine, but the flavor is very different because any wine is made with different grapes of different plots, and the aging is different. So any wine becomes a different flavor, okay? So we are going to the winery. I will to show you the, so give me a moment, please. Here you can see the gardens. Yes, this is the facade of the manor house. Here we have many centenary trees. This is a 16th century chapel. Here in Paso de Rubianes, you can see many various constructions of 16th century. And now we are going to the old winery. I make you a guided tour in our winery. Okay, we are arriving. Okay, this is our shop. And this is the winery, the old winery. Here is where, oh, sorry. Okay, here is where the tastings are made at the end of the guided tours. Yes. And now I will show you our 3 wines. Okay. Okay, these are the 3 wines that we make at Paso de Rubianes, and this one is the one that was awarded as the best white wine in Galicia. And the 3 wines are made with Albarino grapes, but the flavor is very different between them because they are made with grapes from different plots and because of their aging. The bottle of Paso de Rubianes is priced at 15 euros. This one is called as Garcia de Camaño and it's priced as 22 euros. And this one, 1411, is priced at 25 euros. So visiting Paso de Rubianes is not just visiting a winery, learning a little more about history or botany. It's living an experience in a privileged environment. Galicia is a very wonderful destination. So visit Galicia and sure Paso de Rubianes. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Nuria. So I just have one question here for you from Mr.
Yes.
Jimmy. He's asking, is there a restaurant at the winery and do you serve meals there?
No, we have not a restaurant at the winery. This is only a winery destined to tourism.
Okay, and then if I may add also, when people visit Santiago de Compostela, they can do an excursion there, right? Because it's roughly about, am I correct? It's about 45-minute drive, right?
Yes, we are in the near of the Santiago's Way.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. So after they have the pilgrimage or they visit the cathedral, then they can drink all the wine they want.
Yes, all the wine they want.
Yes. So I would like to ask you, can they also, when they buy, if they prefer to, can you ship it for them?
Yes,
So
yes,
you can ship it for them. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know.
problem. We have online shop. Okay, so we have online web, and so visitors can buy the wine on our website.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Nuria. And then just one more poll for you guys. Regarding Paso de Rubianes, will you be adding wine tour of Paso de Rubianes to your itineraries? Of course. Thank you so much for considering to add Paso de Rubianes. So we have more than half of our audience going to add your property to their itineraries. Thank you so much, guys. So before I proceed to our next presenter, let me just share a quick video for you to see what AVE train network of Spain can offer to us. Here is the video.
All the birds and all the bees making honey and melodies for you and me. And I waste a day away dreaming dreams like these of you and me. I would have wasted all my days in a dream. That's where I know you'll always be. I never stop to wonder if you might be real. And now you're lying next to me, singing down, 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 before you came to me, I was looking at the heavens like Galilee. What the devil would become of me, tripping over my memory. I'm no longer dream chasing, I've given up my stargazing. Oh boy, you're so amazing, I never thought I'd need my life saving. Down, 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 I would have wasted all my days in a dream. That's where I know you'll always be. I never stop to wonder if you might be real. And now you're lying next to me, singing down, 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 down,
Ave Experience, donde quieres llegar como quieres llegar. avexperience.es.
So guys, to tell us more about the AVE Cities Network, I would like to pass you on to Miss Veronica Sanz. Veronica?
Hello, hello everyone. My name is Veronica Sanz and I'm representing AVE Experience. I'm gonna share my presentation now, if that's okay. So just give me a second. Okay. Okay. I think now you can see it, right?
Right.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, thank you for organizing this event and to give us the opportunity to present what we are. AVE Cities Network is an association of 33 cities where the high-speed train passes in Spain. And we are together to promote these cities as tourism destinations. AVE is the trademark used by Renfe, which is the state-owned company that operates both trains and freight trains all over Spain, and is capable of doing it with a maximum speed of 310 kilometers per hour. All our members are regional governments or tourism boards, and as an association of this kind, we work together in two main channels. The first one is, of course, institutional, so that's why we represent AVE Experience in trade events, in trade fairs and workshops or special events that we need to represent. And the second channel is commercial, because of course at the end our main goal is to promote these cities as tourism destinations. So that's why we try to help travel agencies and tour operators by offering a complete experience. And for that, on our website, avexperience.es, you can book directly the train, the hotel, and leisure activities directly. After this brief presentation, I would like to give you some data, some interesting data about Spain, because you will probably know that Spain is one of the most touristic destinations. In 2019, we actually had almost 84 million of tourists. And in the same year, because of course nowadays we have a halt in data after COVID, but in 2019, we have 42 millions of passengers traveling on AVE, both domestic and international. But of course, Spain is much more than figures. We have seen a lot of videos, and you can tell that it's more about our culture, our heritage, the sea, the ocean, all of our traditions. And this is just a few images, but we have seen it better in the videos that we've shown before. The good thing about arriving to the destinations by train is that you will arrive exactly to the city center, which of course will make it very convenient to start discovering the city directly or just going to the hotel. We really recommend traveling by train because it's, as Monica said before, is the most sustainable, innovative and safest way of discovering Spain. I don't know if you know that, but this year, 2021, is actually the European Year of Rail. And why is that? Actually, as you can see here in the presentation, rail connects people, and it is also diverse. The perks of rail are not only about the holiday makers and commuters. Businesses and freight carriers can shift to train and benefit from low-cost offers to transport their goods, all these while reducing the carbon footprint. So this is quite important. At the end, rail is green, rail is sustainable, is largely electrified and emits less CO2 than equivalent transport by air or road. It accounts for only 0.4% of all the EU gas emissions. And yes, plus it is the only transport means that between 1990 and 2017 has consistently reduced its emissions and energy consumptions while increasingly using renewable energies. At the end, rail is safe, is also affordable. Whether you're on holidays or you're making your business trip, you can make it your mobile home office or just to enjoy your view. You can rely finally on the train to arrive to your final destination. Thanks to our prior work, we are allowed now to sell on our website 3 different options. So as you can see here, the train plus the hotel, the train plus the hotel plus the leisure activities, or even just the experiences itself. The only product that we are not allowed to sell by itself is, of course, the train ticket. Because of our agreement with Renfe, we are only allowed to sell the train ticket if combined with other services, since our goal is to promote the tourism of those cities. For tour operators or travel agencies, you have the possibility of creating dynamic packages on our website. This is very important for FIT. If you work mainly with groups, we have a local tour operator here based in Valencia that will help you out to create a specific tour for the group, or even if it's an individual group, an individual reservation that you have to do, and it's this a very specific need that you have, of course, they will be happy to help you. One thing that you could already do is to register your agency here on our website. It is super easy, but of course, I will give you our contact just in case you want to ask us some questions before doing that. So basically, the main benefits is that you have everything in one-stop shop. You will find the train, the hotel, and experiences at our website. You will have high profitability, of course, because we will give you the commission depending on the contract we have. And we are able, of course, to do net invoice, which of course will improve profitability. One thing that is very important, of course, for our travelers is that we offer customer services 24/7. So that's also, of course, very important to know. We've seen this map before, but I would really like to highlight that we have 33 cities connected by the high-speed train. We could even go from Galicia, where Nuria was today showing us the Paso de Rubianes, to Valencia by train. This is just one of the possible examples or the possible itineraries that you could do by train, by our high-speed train. But yeah, I really wanted to highlight this data. Of course, if you have any questions, we will be really happy to help you out. This is our contacts. This is from us, from AVE, and this is from the local tour operator that helps you with that will help you if you have any doubts, or if you want to prepare a group, or if you want to ask something about registering your agency. Thank you for your time. I will give the word again to Kathy.
Thank you so much, Veronica. So just one quick question we have here for you. Any luggage delivery service between city to city? Because, you know, us Asians, we have these huge luggages, right?
Yes, it's possible to do that with the travel agency. It's not something that Renfe does, but it's something that we do together with the travel agency.
All right, that's good to know. So just another quick poll for you guys before we proceed. Will you be adding AVE Rail tickets to your itineraries? So far, we have 84%. 71% saying yes, and then maybe. Nobody's saying no, at least, right? So that's good news.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me end that. So there's your results. As you can see, 69% and maybe is saying 31% is saying maybe. Thank you so much, Veronica. So just before we proceed, let me check if we have some more questions left unanswered. Okay, somebody was asking as well, how much is the tax refund in Spain? So the VAT refund in Spain is estimated at 15.7%. I believe they are one of the higher ones in Europe. So Okay, let's proceed to our recommended itineraries. For our first itinerary, I will just quickly go through it with you. I'm pretty sure you are also very familiar with Spain, but for our first itinerary, this is a 9-day, 8 nights itinerary starting in Madrid and also ending in Madrid. We will be focusing on the amazing north for this itinerary. So on your day of arrival or the day 2, you will have your morning city tour in Madrid. I mean, on the second day rather, sorry. And then you will have your morning city tour, and then in the afternoon you can also have an excursion to Toledo to see this medieval fortress city and its cathedral and the Alcazar. And then you return to Madrid for your dinner and overnight. On day 3, from Madrid, we will proceed to Burgos and then Bilbao. And then in Burgos, you get to visit the cathedral, which is a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. And then it was also named the City of Gastronomy in 2015. And then when we continue on to the north to Bilbao for your dinner and overnight. So this is the facto capital of the Basque Country in Spain. Get to see the Guggenheim when you are there, which is one of the most famous museums in Spain. Afterwards, we will have the excursion, or on day 4, we will have the excursion in San Sebastian, where we enjoy spectacular views of Playa de la Concha and Playa de Ondareta. Or these beaches are framed by a picturesque bayfront promenade. And then, of course, we also enjoy their cobblestone old town. Then we return back to Bilbao for your dinner and overnight. On day 5th, we proceed to Bilbao, Santander, Gijón, and Leon. And then in Gijón, we will have a short tour or stop for seafood lunch and short orientation tour. Then we turn south to Leon, which is an incredible historical treasure trove of ancient and modern culture. And then, of course, one of the finest examples of French-style classic Gothic architecture in Spain is their cathedral, or the Basilica of San Isidro. Dinner and overnight afterwards. Then from Leon, we proceed to Lugo and then Santiago de Compostela. In Lugo, we will have a half-day guided tour, and then you will also have lunch there, and then in the guided tour, you will get to visit the beautiful cathedral and marvel at Domus Demetrio Museum. Continue west to Santiago de Compostela, and then when we arrive, you will be able to admire its rich local architecture and see and delight in its historical center declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Overnight in Santiago de Compostela. On day 7, we will have our half-day winery tour in Paso de Rubianes. So your wine tour starts off with a brief overview of the history of the Lordship of Rubianes. And then this Paso de Rubianes is located approximately 45 minutes from Santiago de Compostela, which is the nearest city to the vineyard. It is surrounded by wonderful gardens with 800 flower species and of course the large Albarino vineyard and an amazing 4,000 camellia trees. I think it will they bloom during December to May, and then so the perfect viewing period is late February and early March. Then you continue your visit to the chapel. They have a chapel in the compound, the 16th century chapel, and of course end it with a wine tasting of their Albarino wines, accompanied by an aperitif in the winery boutique of the 15th century. After Santiago de Compostela, we can take the train to Madrid. Then when you arrive in Madrid, you can have the rest of the day free at leisure. On day 8, of course, we have not seen enough of Madrid, so we will have another guided tour in Madrid that will take you along the Paseo de la Castellana, Plaza de Cibeles, and then, of course, Gran Via to the Cervantes Monument in the Plaza España, and cross the Puerta del Sol. Of course, we will end it with a detailed visit to the Royal Palace, Madrid's most emblematic monument, and is used today by the royal family for state occasions. So have a dinner, your farewell dinner, and then overnight in Madrid, and then on the following day, you conclude your tour with your departure transfer to the airport. Second itinerary is actually, this will just cover the extension we recommend that you can do after Madrid, after you have spent a few days in Madrid. So you start your extension from Madrid, traveling to Cuenca and then Valencia. So in Cuenca, you will have a short tour. This city is founded by the Moors, so it's pretty colorful for a walking tour with the medieval castle ruins, and then continue on to Valencia for dinner and overnight. This Valencia is known for its city of arts and sciences with futuristic structures, including a planetarium, an oceanarium, and an interactive museum. So on day 4, you will have a tour of Valencia with the spectacular Ciudad de las Artes y las Ciencias. And then, of course, continue on to the Old Town, visiting the Valencia Cathedral, said to have the genuine Holy Grail in its possession. St. Mary's Cathedral is easily the most important religious building in the city. And of course, finish it off with a dinner at the local Mediterranean seafood restaurant for some of the best paella in Spain. After Valencia, we can now proceed to Barcelona, where you will have an afternoon tour of the Sagrada Familia, another modernist landmark designed by Antonio Gaudí. And then for those soccer fans, you can take time for a stadium tour at FC Barcelona at the Nou Camp. And then, of course, finish off the visit at the most photogenic Park Güell, and then back to your hotel. On day 6, you can already check out and departure transfer to the airport. So basic information on coaches as of the moment. In Spain, there are no limits of pax count in coaches. There is no limitation, but wearing mask is compulsory. All our coaches are cleaned daily, and the air is renewed every 2 minutes. Hand sanitizing gel will also be available on board. For restaurants, wearing mask is compulsory, except of course when eating or drinking. And as of the moment, packs per table are limited to 6 to 10, depending on the size of the area of the restaurant, inside or outside, with a distance of 1.5 meters between tables. Sharing dishes will not be served, just like how we used to do in the Chinese restaurants. For the monuments, of course, again, wearing the mask is compulsory, and there may be limitations of packs per group. It changes depending on the museum. So there is a capacity limit when you go visit inside the museum. Temperature also are being taken in the entrance. So another product that I would like to share with you guys is our Two Can Go product, which we also have a ready-made product for Spain for you that you can sell to your clients. The Two Can Go is your one-stop shop of ready-made holiday packages with all the destinations in one portfolio. with guaranteed departures for 2 to 4 packs, giving you instant confirmation because it's based on free sales. And most of the tours are including private transfers and tours. Please don't confuse this with your sit-in coach tours that are out in the market, because this is not a sit-in coach tour. Your client will not be together with other travelers or packs. So just quickly to show you what we have offering for Spain, we have the stunning southern Spain, which is a 7-day, 6 nights itinerary, inclusive of private round-trip airport transfer, and the English-speaking guides as per itinerary, as you can see there. And then for this itinerary, we start in Madrid and end in Barcelona. The train tickets from Madrid to Sevilla, Sevilla to Granada, and Granada to Barcelona are included as well. And your accommodation with full breakfast based on 4-star city center hotels. Another offering we have is another Madrid to Barcelona itinerary, which is less than a day. This is for 6 days, 5 nights, inclusive of half-day city tours in Madrid and Barcelona, plus your second-class train ticket from Madrid to Barcelona, and of course, the transfers. So if for any inquiries on Spain, please feel free to contact us anytime. In Mickey, contact your sales team for further information. And just quickly, I will go through the questions again if there are anything that okay, this has been answered already. Does the tourist bus for groups have limited capacity? We have there is no limit in the capacity in the buses in Spain for the coach. So that answers it. And then, okay, so shall we proceed now to our quiz prize? For our first quiz prize, our prize will be a 50 euro voucher, or this will be converted into your local currency, of course, that you can use in your local shopping website. Please don't forget to wait for me to say go, and then type in your name, your company name, your city, and your answer. So for our first quiz of the day, my first question is, so where is the closest city to Paso de Rubianes? Go. Oh, I see only one answer.
Yeah, it looks like there's just one answer to the question. They were really paying attention. So yeah, the first prize for that, the winner of that one is Luigi Onglao from Journeys of Faith, yeah?
Yes.
So
congratulations, Luigi. We will be contacting you for your 50 euro worth of shopping voucher.
Okay, so the answer was Santiago de Compostela, yeah?
Yes, the nearest city to Paso de Rubianes, which is approximately 45 minutes drive, is Santiago de Compostela. So when you have your groups in Santiago de Compostela, you can opt to have an excursion there at the winery. Another quiz prize for you guys. I have our next question. Please don't forget, again, wait for me to say go, and then type in your name, company name, city, and the answer. So my second question is, are you guys ready? How many cities does AVE train connect or cover?
Okay, so what's the answer to that question, Kathy?
33 in total.
33. So let me scroll up and see who is the first person to put 33. Okay, so I'm seeing Violet Chan from Journeys Discoveries Manila. Yeah.
Congratulations, Violet.
Lovely. Congratulations.
It's showing that you were clearly paying attention. Thank you so much.
So now we have Vivienne, right?
Yes, yes. Let me, before we end this, we still have one more grand prize for you, which is our grand prize. Hang on to that. But before that, let me pass you on to Ms. Vivienne Cortez for our closing. Ms. Vivienne?
Hi. Okay, thank you all for your participation in this afternoon's webinar. Just to recap, we were able to present to you the third biggest city in Spain, that's Valencia. What is Valencia all about? It is the place for paella, Valencian oranges. It is the place where you can find the Holy Grail. It is also the place where you can enjoy horchata. Some of you are familiar with this, like a soya bean milk drink, very similar to what we have here in Asia, but the one in Valencia is in fact made of tiger beans. It is also the city of Santiago de Calatrava, the architect that built the City of Arts and Sciences, that you can see also here in the Zoom background that we have for today's webinar. And then we were able to show you from Veronica's presentation today, the AVE cities. Basically, these are the cities connected by the high-speed train network in Spain. And of course, I can see that you all enjoyed the small tour that Nuria did in Paso de Rubianes. It's a manor house that is near to a World Heritage City in Spain, that's Santiago de Compostela. So some of you who are doing the Camino de Santiago or Road to Santiago de Compostela, it can be a good additional stop. They can host, it's also a vineyard. You saw the big garden where they have camellias inside, and they can also host, like for VIP gatherings, maybe you're having an incentive group, they have a reception area for that, and they even have a small chapel for some of you who are curious what they can offer as service inside Paso de Rubianes. So many of you have contacted us already about some of your clients and your travelers' inquiries. Thank you so much for saving the travel industry. It's really important. We admire your patience and resilience. We are here for you. We will survive this challenge. We have been asked questions a lot on the entry and health requirements. Our director at the Tourism Councilor of Spain for ASEAN, Monica Sanchez, has explained to all of us and has shown in her presentation the most important requirements in entering Spain. 2 things to remember, just to recap. First, the traveler has to have the completed 2 vaccinations. And how can they certify that they have been vaccinated? They have to present the vaccination certificate. And the second most important document is the health declaration form. Therefore, for all of you, there are 2 links that you should remember. First is the travelsafe.spain.info/en for English. And the second one is www.spth.gov.es. Again, Monica earlier showed you how to download that form inside that webpage. It's really, really important that you know about that. For those of you asking for a third country after Spain or a country before entering Spain, Monica also earlier guided you to check on the map inside that webpage. You can find there all the health entry requirements. And please, we urge you also to kindly monitor the news, because in Spain, we only have all these details valid for a week. It can change. So the best way for you to handle your clients' inquiries is to always tell them, all of these are subject to change without prior notice. So I will tell you later what's the importance of all this. Now, the advantage, again, of Spain is that Sinovac and Sinopharm vaccines are accepted in Spain. Okay, what are the advantages of choosing Spain for your clients? I have 7 points, 7 points reminders. First is the weather and climate. Of course, all of you are very much aware that the temperature in Spain is not as harsh as in other parts of Europe, especially now that we're almost in the autumn season and almost entering the winter season. The sun rises in Spain even during winter time. That's why we have that logo. You see our logo here on the Zoom background that you can see. It actually symbolizes the sun. So that's the main difference. So your clients don't need to carry too heavy, winter clothes, and it's very much tolerable, specifically for those who are not so tolerant with lower temperature levels. Second, our diverse offers of products and services. You all know that we have 17 autonomous regions, and the main gateways from all ASEAN countries are, of course, Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, Malaga, and Bilbao. Well, always when you book your clients, you always try to book them either Madrid or Barcelona. And nowadays, because the other airlines also offer flights into Valencia, Malaga, and Bilbao, you can always consider that. But for example, for Singapore, now that we have the vaccinated travel lane, there are designated flights for the VTL category for Spain. We encourage all of you also to please try to do your best to offer Mono Spain, because it simply simplifies your life as travel agents. And as you saw, we presented to you Valencia and Galicia, and the products and the services of these two destinations are very much different. So no two regions in Spain are alike in terms of many things, in terms of sightseeing, gastronomy, all the services that you can think of, sightseeing specifically, okay? Now, the third point is the quality of our products and services. I'd like to highlight this because now that we have experienced this pandemic, and I'm sure you will all agree with me that our housekeeping standards in Spain are, well, it's the best. And in my humble opinion, it's excellent because I'll give you an example. It's not common to share, even in 3-star hotels. You don't find that your travelers will share toilets or bathrooms, for example. And I can vouch for the sanitized areas even before the pandemic. When you enter a room, a hotel room in Spain, very seldom that you will smell the curtain. That can be your gauge. Seldom that you can smell that it smells smoke, for example. So our housekeeping standards are very, very high. So even the buses now are quite sanitized. In the restaurant, some of you are asking, are persons allowed without mask? Actually, restaurants in Spain are quite strict. When you enter, your travelers need to be masked, okay? But when they are outside, maybe strolling or walking, they are permitted not to have the mask. But please, as travelers from Southeast Asia, we need to be extra careful. So I still advise you, please, to always advise your passengers, your travelers to wear the mask. I think it's important. That's for everyone's protection. The fourth point, you are also very much aware that the transport system in Spain is one of the best in Europe. It's very comprehensive. Our train network is the best. Veronica earlier has presented the cities connected by the high-speed train network. All of you are quite familiar with Madrid and Barcelona, 2 hours and 30 minutes, vice versa. Either way, Madrid to Seville, 2 hours and 15 minutes approximately. Madrid to Malaga, also 2 hours and 30 minutes. Now, Valencia, please, I am happy that all of you answered that you will be eager to include Valencia in your itineraries. And here in Singapore from the office, we are quite aware that you guys are already including Valencia in your programs and in your itineraries. That's really good, and thank you for that. Valencia is now a day trip. Why? It's because it's very much accessible by high-speed train for only 1 hour and 15 minutes from Madrid. Okay, and even your travelers can even do a stop in Cuenca, which is another World Heritage place declared by UNESCO. And that's, I want to come to the next point, which is very important. Spain has 15 World Heritage places or cities declared by UNESCO. Okay, what's the difference? If you've been to Cambodia, you have the monument in Siem Reap declared as a World Heritage Monument. But in Spain, all these 15 places and cities, the whole city has been declared as a World Heritage city because of its, well, the criteria can be historical and the natural environment. 6th point, and I think all of you are very much aware of this, the Spaniards are very down to earth. They're very hospitable, they're very warm, they're very friendly. You stop a Spaniard in the street and you ask them a question, they would even stop for you. Well, their English may not be as fluent as the rest, but they will for sure try to use their hands and their feet to show you the direction. Okay, they're very, very warm and very friendly. Now, the last point, which is very important, in Spain, you can spend the best value for every euro dollar that you spend. Why? Because there was a question earlier about the VAT refund. The minimum estimated VAT refund now during pandemic, and I'm sure post-pandemic, is 15.7%. So we have one of the highest VAT refund percentages in Europe. Okay. Now, my dear travel agents, there is no other time and period in the history of our industry that has proven all the importance and your relevance, your existence, the relevance and the importance of your existence in this industry. We are aware that there are too much details that you have to memorize and follow up now, but at least it's very obvious, and of course it's very, very real now that your presence in our industry is very important. So without you, it's very difficult to travel nowadays. That's the reality. Although, of course, part of the disruption in technology, you find the online travel companies is still existing, but to survive, we have to coexist, okay? And this is the only way to survive the odds and the challenges that we face during this period. Once again, on behalf of the team here in Singapore in the regional office, on behalf of Monica, once again, thank you for your support. We are very grateful, and we hope to meet you all in person, if not this year, hopefully next year, in your countries or maybe in Spain, okay? Our 4th webinar, just a reminder, I hope all of you will mark it off in your calendar, will be on the 16th of December. That's a Thursday. At least we will see each other again before Christmas time and before the holiday season. So, terima kasih. Thank you so much. Salamat. And kokungka to the Thais. Xin kamon to the Vietnamese agents who have confirmed. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again on the 4th webinar in December. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vien. So before we proceed to our last quiz of the day, let me just quickly get your feedback on this webinar as I launched this poll. As you can see, do you find this webinar inspires you to sell more Spain itineraries? Would love to hear from you on this. Yes, a little bit, a lot. We have 92%, 90% saying yes. Nobody's saying no, at least. That's very good news. We have 4% or 3 saying a little bit. Okay, let me share with you the results. So there you go. 75 out of 84 saying yes. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
This is what we try to do, to continue engaging with you, even if we're not seeing each other face to face, because we have to, you know, to continue to sell these destinations. I mean, to remind our clients not to forget what experiences that travel can give them. So just our last quiz for the day. The prize is coming from our friends from Mr. Maximo from Valencia Tourism Board. You will get the two tourist cards and the VIP ticket for the hop on hop off bus. So don't forget wait for me to say go, and then type in your name, your company name, your city, and the answer. So my question, of course, it will be about Valencia. Let me stop sharing that so I can see who answers. The final question of the day is, what is the most famous dish or food in Valencia, or in Spain, rather? Oh my God, we have lots of answers. I cannot.
There's lots of answers because they're all hungry. They're all starving hungry now, you know? They're all very, very hungry. Okay, so.
Who do you have there, Tim? I believe.
Scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Okay. I think what I see, the first one from Ritza, Messias, Globetrotters in Manila for paella, yeah?
Yes, the same. So the answer is, of course, the paella. That's why they call it Paella de la Valenciana, no? And then congratulations, Ms. Riza Messias of Globetrotters Inc. from Manila. We will be contacting you on, Mr. Maximo will be contacting you for your vouchers. Thank you so much. So that ends our webinar for today, you guys. Really appreciate all of you joining us and giving your time to listen and listen to our presentation. Don't forget, we are here for you to assist you in any way we can. We'd like to thank also all our presenters for today who had to be up so early in the morning to join us and inspiring us to bring our clients, more and more of our clients, to Spain. So thank you so much, Maximo, Veronica, Nuria, and of course, Miss Monica and Miss Bien. Thank you so much.
Yeah, please allow my video in. Yeah.
You kindly have a great day, everybody. Good luck. Okay.
Yeah, team, I can't on my video because you don't.
There you go.
You have to release it. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Gracias.
Bye-bye.
You still dream about when we were young and the world was our playground to claim. Everything seemed like a new gift just waiting for us to share. Do you still dream that we're falling in love for the first time again and again? Walking on clouds with the sun in our pockets without a care. Open my eyes and I see you. You're there by my side all along. Do you still dream of the things that we've done and the things that we'll do up ahead? We wanted a bit together by chance or fate. I open my eyes and I see you. You're there by my side all along. The smile on your face always tells me love came true.
Okay, guys, so that's a wrap, yeah?
Thank
Okay,
you, everyone. Have a good day.
So yeah, thanks, Kathy. That was cool. And let me add videos back on again. And I shall pause the recording.